The first and most noticeable feature you will find in Kpipe is the ability to have multiple open windows providing simultaneous visual and textual feedback on different aspects of the model. Before we begin, I want to point out that the multiple windows being shown in this video will appear small and cramped. This is because the video was shot at a low resolution to keep the video size small. Your working conditions will most probably be at a much higher resolution, so you will have more room to position and resize each window. Let's begin. For demos, I like to work with a large model because it shows Kpipe's agility when working with a large amount of data. Right from the start, you will see that Kpipe initially opens a layout window and a graphics window when you open your model. Now let's say we want to examine the elbows in this model. I click on the list icon, select bends, and Kpipe opens a third window listing all the elbows in the model. From the list window, we can see that there are 185 bends in our model. I had mentioned earlier that Kpipe provides simultaneous visual and textual feedback. Let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say we want to look at everything about a specific bend in our model. Our layout window provides modeling details, our list window provides specific details, and our graphic window shows us where the bend is with a flashing cursor. From the layout window, I'm going to click on the elbow at node 81. As soon as I click the bend node, Kpipe simultaneously highlights the same node in the other two windows. In the list window, we can see that Kpipe has highlighted the bend at node 81, giving us specific details on the elbow. If we zoom in on the graphics area, we can see that the bend is highlighted with a flashing cursor. This makes our job of navigating through the model very easy, especially in a big model such as this. For another example of simultaneous feedback, let's look at the results section in Kpipe. First, we want to save our work and analyze our model. Notice how quickly Kpipe analyzed such a large model. It took only 1 second for Kpipe to solve 4,614 equations. Let's take a look at loads on limit stops in our model. From the results menu, we select support loads. From the other results pull-down menu, we select other supports and click on limit stops. Now if we look at our results window, we can see that the limit stop at node 95 has about a 3,000 pound load. Notice that when we click on this node, the graphics window simultaneously highlights that node with a flashing cursor. Let's take a closer look at this particular limit stop in our model to see more input data. To do that, we open the layout window by going to the window pull-down menu and selecting layout. Let's resize some of these windows. As you can see, all three of our windows are focused on our limit stop at node 95. Now in order to get even more detail about this limit stop, we can display the list window. To do so, we click on the list icon either from the results or from the layout window. We select limit stops and click OK. We can now see all the available information given to us in this model about our one-way limit stop through the use of 4 simultaneously synchronized windows. Notice that node 95 is now highlighted in all 4 windows. If we zoom out in the graphics window, you can see that this limit stop is at the top of an unsupported riser. And essentially you have all the information you need to understand this model's behavior. Another wonderful feature that you will find in Kpipe is dynamic updating of data across all windows. This means if you make one change in one window, all the other windows will reflect the change immediately. Let's see this in action. Let's say we want to make a small change to our limit stop at node 95. From our layout window, let's find node 95. We can use the search feature, Control F, click 95, and hit enter. Both windows simultaneously highlight the node. Now if we click on the list icon and select limit stops, we can open our limit stops list window. Again, we see the instant synchronization across all windows. Let's make a small change to our limit stop in the list window. We can make changes to our limit stop right in the list window. If we double click on the node, we can see that all the details about our limit stop are displayed. Let's make a small change to the upper limit. Make sure to watch the graphics display window to catch the instant updating of textual data and graphics as we make the change. We will change the upper limit of none to 1/2 inch. We can see that there is an inverted T in the graphics window representing the newly added upper limit. Kpipe also features advanced MS Windows technology for lightning fast operation. For instance, let's go back to our limit stop at node 95. In order to take out the upper limit, all we have to do is click on node 95 in the graphics window, type in the letter N to replace the limit of 0.5 inch. As soon as the change is made in the graphics window, Kpipe synchronizes the newly input information across all windows. At no point in Kpipe do you have to wait for graphics to be redrawn. Kpipe uses memory mapped files for extremely fast data access. For example, let's try scrolling in the layout window from top to bottom. We can see how quickly the node highlight bar anticipates your movement. We can see Kpipe's unmatched speed in action when we perform an analysis, especially on a model as large as the one we're using here. How large is this model really? If we click on the list window, we can see that the model has 27 anchors, 185 bends, 55 branch points, 113 flanges, 118 limit stops, 45 valves, among many others. Let's also perform a modal analysis of our model. First, we're going to change a few analysis parameters. We select modal analysis, and we're going to change our cutoff frequency to 9,999 and set the number of modes at 99. We now save our model and analyze. I would like to point out that Kpipe can and will perform both static and dynamic analyses in about 30 seconds. There is no need to perform statics in one run, dynamics in a second, buried piping in the third. You get the idea. Compare that to a competing program that we tested where it took a full minute and 10 seconds for a dynamic analysis alone. So there you have it. A fast, flexible, and highly efficient software. The speed and efficiency applies to all aspects of Kpipe, not just analysis. rapid input techniques, quick edits, model editing and layout, list or graphics windows with instant data synchronization, fast analysis, and interactive results review. All of these combined aspects of Kpipe allow you to finish your project quickly and move on to the next one. Thank you for watching this video demonstration of Kpipe in action. If you have any technical questions, please contact our support department. If you need pricing information, please contact our sales department. Thank you for your time.